And to know more about the first day of registration of candidates to the presidential elections in Venezuela, our correspondent Gladys Quesada has prepared us a summary of the day. Welcome, Gladys. Go ahead.
Thank you, Irma, for this contact and also for the time here in TeleSUR English and from the South. Yes, effectively, this afternoon and all morning was the postulation process for all the nominees by each political force here in Venezuela. First of all, in the morning was the opportunity for the opposition parties, and in this case was the party Acción Democrática that submitted the document and all the registration process for their candidate Luis Eduardo Martínez. Also, the leader of the party, Bernabé Gutiérrez, was present and was giving his addresses and declarations to the press, and they were stressing the need to find national unity, national concord, to find solutions to the actual problems of the nation. They also praised some of the work of Nicolas Maduro as the current president of Venezuela, and they stress they want to achieve the recovery of the Essequibo region and also to improve relationships with regional partners and regional neighbors. And other occasion of this postulation process here in the National Electoral Council was the party Arepa Digital, which is digital arepa. The arepa, which is a sign of popular food, a popular dish here in Venezuela, and they were proposing or they were presenting their government program, which is based on a center political position. In any case, this is an alternative party, also from the opposition of the parties or the opposition forces here in the country. Also, other of the postulations were from allies of the government. In this case, Enamórate de Venezuela, which is one alternative party, and also El Partido Podemos, the Podemos party. Those are two forces allied of the government, and they're part of the great Patriotic poll, which is the main political force here in the country. And they were endorsing the candidacy and the postulation of President Nicolas Maduro as the main candidate of the United Socialist Party and of all the coalition of different leftist political forces. In this case, this was the first day of nominations, and I wanted to stress, because I know international media and other leaders have created an opinion and have created a narrative that the opposition in Venezuela has no right to come and nominate their candidates and do the process, the right and judicial and established process to go to the polls. In this occasion, all the parties in the morning time were from the opposition forces, and only two of them in the afternoon time were from the allied forces of the government. Those are the characteristics of this process. Everyone that has a legal basis and is under the protocol and the requisites that the National Electoral Council is establishing, they can come here and they can nominate their candidate. As we were saying in other moments, they have 5 days to do the postulation, and afterwards, if the National Electoral Council rejects this postulation, this register, they can go and appeal to this decision and find a legal solution to this kind of disputes. So far, those are the parties that have nominated candidates. And I wanted to say also something, because when you hear all the discourses, all the addresses of these parties, they have been stressing the need to find a common solution for Venezuela and the need for peace and democratic processes. And they have been condemning violence and threats and extortion in all the cases, and they have been condemning the interference of other parties and other countries in the internal processes of Venezuela. So I think this is not only a show of the democratic power and the democratic processes here, but also a show that everyone with political power wants peace, they want development, they want social inclusion, they don't want disparities, and they don't want conflict. So far, this is the situation. The opposition is nominating their candidate. They are presenting and registering and submitting the documents for their nominees to be legally registered and legally recognized as candidates for July 28th presidential elections. and also the coalitions that are in favor and supporting the government are doing the same. So everyone can come in here to the National Electoral Council to do the same. Also, the voters are still registering themselves and updating their information regarding their legal documentation and setting everything as the details are required before the July 28th elections to go and do their vote, to take and to cast their vote. And that's all of the petitions of the political parties. Everyone has to come and vote, not to the blank vote and not to lower turnout. They want people to come and vote, and they are stressing the transparency that must have this process of the general elections of July 28th. That's the report. That is what's happening here in Venezuela today, March 21st. And now I'm going back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gladys Quesada from Caracas, Venezuela. A very original journey